Hey everyone, have I here bring a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be discussing the new 9-year anniversary category of super bosses, and also speculate a little bit on how this new Dokkan Festival exclusive LR movie BROLY is going to operate with that category. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. And really, the 9-year anniversary is right around the corner. We've been excited from the previews of these two units dropping for the part 1 of the 9-year anniversary here with the Dokkan Festival exclusive BROLY and then the Carnival Gogeta. But now, of course, we ended up getting the data download not too long ago for the introduction, the beginning, the countdown into the 9-year anniversary here, and we ended up seeing what super bosses the category looks like. Now, when you look at the category in of itself, it's not too many options, right? Comparable to when you actually saw the introduction of superheroes, right? Superheroes is a lot longer initial list, but now it's also grown as well with the introduction of some of these other units. So when you add BROLY to this, right, you're really only adding that one unit. Maybe there's a banner unit or something that we don't know. But when you look at the options, it's going to be very, very slim. Now, what are some highlights? Of course, this does have the Carnival Zamasu. That is going to be a big win there. But then you have situations where you're looking like, okay, well, we have the AGL Kale, the Berserk Kale, but again, Berserk Kale, we need to have more Universe 6 type units. And then this is a more of an extreme class type of team that you want to build out. So you're like, what other options do you have extreme class? Okay, well, you can pretty much build you know, a Zamasu team, which we'll kind of look at a little bit later, but you know, the options aren't quite there. I think one of the big omissions that you see, you're like, wait a minute, where is Golden Frieza? Agent Golden Frieza, isn't he a super boss? Technically he is, but the unit that we were provided initially from the LR, the Yellow Coin LR, it is considered a movie boss versus a super boss. So a little bit of an exception to those things. Same thing for like Beerus with Realm of Gods. You have one Beerus on here, which is the free-to-play Beerus. That's going to be representative of super bosses, but the other Beeruses are considered movie bosses. So they're really distinguishing between the two. So I think that's so limited. Why do they want to go down this route? Versus maybe I was thinking myself, what if they did like final bosses, right? Bosses that whether it's movies or whether it's really anything else, final bosses would have been really, really good because they would incorporate movie bosses, super bosses, and even some Z bosses, making it, they really needed to stop restricting a lot of extreme class teams because it's so limited, right? It's so limited. But anyway, when you start looking at the build out of this, right, easy to build out this, plenty of superhero characters, harder to build out this, you're not going to have too many options, like I mentioned before, unless you're just going to be running a bunch of Zamasus. And I don't think that was the intent of this category. Now, of course, this is the reason why this is going to be a Dokkan Festival exclusive and not Carnival, because Carnival you only have one category. So hopefully the other categories on BROLY is going to make this a lot better. But again, we're hoping this unit is also first position. So if this is a first position unit, this team would actually work out fairly well, even though you could have a rotation of the Zamasu, the not Carnival, but the I can't even think now, the Worldwide Celebration Zamasu here. If that was in first position, it's fine, but it would be nice to have this BROLY as first position. So we'll see when the kit comes out. Now, we do have options when it comes to, what type of categories we can use for this Dokkan Festival exclusive team. So now we're actually kind of speculating a little bit on, actually, I should have switched over here. There you go. Now there's Zamasu on the first position there. So you could run something like this, you could run something like this, but now when you switch over to, okay, hopefully we might have a better situation when it comes to the whole team, this is what I'm, I guess, hoping, or at least predicting what the unit's going to look like. Now, I'm hoping that they do add the Worldwide Celebration Murzumasu Extreme Class Key plus 3 HP and attack defense 150% on here. Hopefully they don't like, use that for only units that are back in the Worldwide Celebration. They should be doing this for Anniversary, etc., especially Dokkan Festival exclusives. That 150 just provides that little extra layer of, hey, you know what, we have this really, really good unit that we can run, and we just want to put them on the team, especially this is going to be Extreme Class here. So when I'm looking at this, right, I chose Super Bosses. Of course, that's the given there. Gifted Warriors on here because we really don't have too many really good Gifted Warrior leads, and then Transformation Boost. So I think I've seen some people put Movie Bosses or Exploding Rage. I actually put those categories under the 30%. So this is going to be a triple double and then a 150 lead. And I think this is a nice mix of options that you can actually have. So with Gifted Warriors and Transformation Boost, you're going to have a nice grouping. But again, we do have that Extreme Class Key plus 3 HP and attack defense 150%. So you can run any Extreme Class. But Extreme Class units, we're not getting a lot of options anyway. Now, what I'm hoping in this celebration, or maybe in part 2 of the celebration, us getting some sort of unit that's going to be Extreme Class that's going to be similar to Bulma. If they can do that, then they can make really any Extreme Class team more viable, and that would be amazing. So if we were to run this team here, you can see the big difference if this is going to be Super Bosses, Gifted Warriors, Transformation Boost, and you're going to have Hirudegarn, you're going to have the Murzumasu, you have Frieza on here. So even though Golden Frieza is not on Super Bosses, he is on other categories here, primarily like, well, I think this is Gifted Warriors or Transformation Boost, right? And then you can even have the AGL Boo there. I didn't put any alts on here just because it would have taken me too long just to figure out, okay, what can go on, what can go on. But, these are some good options to actually have. Of course, you can put all the rest of the Zamasus on here, right? These can be all alts for you on this team right here. But I think it was important for me to also have the opportunity to run the World Tournament Piccolo Jr. as well, even though he's running at 170% because he's basically just Gifted Warriors. He doesn't have Movie Bosses or Exploding Rage. He's just going to be just fine on this team, so especially as a floater on here. Now, what I'm seeing with this team, it's going to be very, very lacking when it comes to kind of going back to this right here. Very lacking when it comes to support, right? They are going to start talking about a EZA2, and some units really, really need that. Like for support here, think about like God Topo. God Topo, if he got a little EZA2 boost there, I think it could work out very nicely. He already has damage regression. We just need to get rid of that HP situation, boost him up a little bit more on attack and defense, and he'll be just fine. But again, lack of support is going to be problematic, I think, on this team here. So, but anyway, I think this would be one of the top Extreme Class teams, especially if Broly is going to be broken. And it looks at least interesting, right? So that's what I think about the movie boss, or I keep saying movie bosses, Super Bosses category. And yeah, I'm not as impressed as the hype started to be, right? When this grouping came out, I was like, it's lacking. So hopefully we get a lot more units that we can run on Super Bosses, or at least that Broly is going to have a really, really good leader skill. At minimum, triple double. It'll be really nice to see if it's going to be a triple triple, and then also have that Extreme Class 150 on there. So we'll see. But I want to hear from you guys and gals out there. What do you guys want to see when it comes to the leader skill of Dokkan Festival exclusive Broly here? And, how would you build the team, right? So anyway, with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkanning. We'll catch you next time. Later.